Good morning, welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. It's the 2nd of December. It's lovely to see you again as I start my day. I had a bit of a lie-in. I slept in this morning, so there's been a little bit of catch up going on this morning, trying to get things, breakfasts ready and things quickly so that I can sit down and have a little knit and a little drink of coffee. And it's time to catch up on everyone else's Vlogmas. There are quite a lot out there this year, so it'll be fun trying to see as many of those as possible. But for 10 minutes I'm going to sit and drink my coffee and find one to start me off. Good morning again. It's a little later on and it has been such a hectic morning that this is really just the first opportunity I've had to check in with you again. School run had to be done. It's a beautiful morning, so I had to take advantage of that as well. When I was doing the school run, the moon was spectacular in the sky this morning. It was absolutely beautiful. So I needed to take advantage of that. But I'm back. I've been tidying up. The kitchen is just a mess and needs sorted. So I'm doing that. You might hear the whir of the washing machine and the tumble dryer. They're going. It's just a normal busy morning in the house. So I'm going to work at that and try and get tidied up by lunchtime. I would love to get an opportunity to sit down and work on my caramel cardigan. I'm not sure if that'll happen this side of dinner time, because after lunch we have parent-teacher interviews, just progress reports from the teachers in James's school. Obviously with the situation with COVID, we can't go to the school, so it's a very strange situation where we're doing our interviews over Zoom. I'm actually quite nervous about that. It's very strange. As a teacher, I used to get nervous when parents came to me, and now as a parent I'm getting nervous going to the teachers, and I think it's particularly nerve-wracking, even though I'm in my own home, to do it over video call. So with that, and that'll take up just a couple of hours this afternoon, talking to all his teachers. It's his exam year, and just with everything that has gone on this year, it has been a very strange the last academic year and this academic year. Obviously last academic year, which was the beginning of 2020, it was crazy. He was out of school for 3-4 months and he's been back in again, and there's been a few times off, but not very many. It hasn't been disrupted too badly since September. But being his big exam year and is a really important year to him, it's important that things stay as normal as possible. So with that this afternoon, that will take some time. Hopefully I'll be able to check in with you again this afternoon with a little bit of knitting. We'll see. But for now, it's crack on with this cleaning. Getting back to you just very briefly, I haven't, as I had thought, got much knitting done this afternoon yet. At the moment I'm getting ready for this parent-teacher interview, but I thought I would show you just the little progress I've made. I have both my socks at the same stage. So I have finished the first full repeat. You can't really see the grey, it's curled in a little on the needle. I have the first full repeat of the colourway finished and back into the blue, which was my first colour again. Leave that now until tomorrow. My caramel cardigan, I got so little done on it that there's actually no progress that you will be able to see. Just about another row, really, maybe 2 of that. I'm going to work on that this evening, definitely going to work on that this evening. I'm almost at the end of that first little mini, but it is such an enjoyable knit. I don't really like knitting rib, but it doesn't really feel so bad in this one because it's bigger needles, and 2 because the mohair held with the fingering weight is just luscious. It is just so soft and nice to work with. So I'll work on that again later. There's just been no time for it. I made the executive decision that tonight we're having takeaway for dinner because it's just not going to happen that I'm going to have time to cook. So I'm looking forward to that, actually just relaxing with that. And I'll get back to you a little later on and let you know how the rest of the day is panning out. How 2020 is this getting set up for the parent-teacher interview? I think this has been the year of Zoom. It's a different spot you find me in this evening. We got all the things done with school, which was wonderful. It was nice to get through the parent-teacher interviews. It actually worked really well. It saved queuing up outside classrooms. Everything rattled through very quickly and we were very pleased with what we heard. So that all took place and we had a lovely takeaway dinner of some Chinese food. But as I said to you yesterday, now is a time when I'm starting to think about self-care a little bit more again. Self-care is something that I've had to start to practice just for mental health. And as I've told you before, and as you can see, I'm an early riser, so getting a little bit of time to myself is easy enough in the morning. I have a routine in the morning that is pretty much set. I get up, I make my coffee's ready, I have it set to be ready, I have my breakfast, and during those couple of hours I take a bit of time in the quiet. I have my gratitude journal. I have been keeping a gratitude journal now on and off for about 3 or 4 years. I think towards the end of 2019, with the year that it was, I started to fill it in a bit more regularly, and in 2020 I haven't missed a day and I have found it vital. I write in my gratitude journal every morning, and let me tell you, there are days when I wake up and I don't feel thankful for anything, and I have to really, really trawl the depths to find something that I am thankful for, and I always do. It might simply be I'm thankful for the smell of coffee to wake me up in the morning. Everybody has days where it is really hard to find something that can be thankful for. It could be the circumstances are really difficult and really tough, and people more so than ever have had that this year. But there's always something, however small, that I can find to be thankful for. If nothing else, that we're safe and well. So that's really important to me. I fill that in every morning. The other thing I do every day is a daily reading of some description. This was recommended last year by Sandy from By the Lakeside podcast and her Vlogmas, I think. And she's a great enabler, and I went out and I got this book, and it's daily readings. Now, there are days where I don't find it particularly applicable, but I read them every day, and there have been some little nuggets in here that I've held. Maybe I note them in my gratitude journal. So I found that really helpful. That's all part of my morning self-care. I'll sit, read those in the quiet, and then I'll either pop on maybe a podcast, or as often as not, I'll put on an Audible book and sit and knit and listen to that for a while. And that is a really good way for me to get into a day that I know might be busy. But my evening routine isn't as strong as that. Just with the very nature of family life, when everyone else is up, you kind of have to go with what's going on, and it's very hard to take time away in the later part of the day just for a bit of space. And I would like to have even a half an hour buffer of time between, just before I go to bed and try to go to sleep, so that I'm not bringing all the worries and the cares of the day to bed and it affecting my sleep. So as part of Advent, I decided, my arm's getting sore, as part of Advent, I decided that I was going to take some time out every day for maybe just half an hour in the evening that is just me time. So I retreat to my room. And one of the things, you've seen my Advent calendars, I had one other little Advent thing that I found, and I link the shop. It was from an Etsy shop, and I'll link it in the notes below because I can't remember the name of the shop at the moment. But this was something I found, a mindful moment for you, and it really struck a chord with me. So what this is, when I open it, is a little box of candles. I'll take a photograph of it and insert it. And there's a little candle holder, just a little brass candle holder, and a little candle, and you light it, and it burns for 20 minutes. So you have 20 minutes of time, at least. And I'm going to do that every night. Light a little candle. There are 25 of them. And during that time, I'm either going to meditate. I like the mindful movement meditations. So I'll either do one of those or just sit quietly. And the other thing I want to do is read. I am an avid reader. I have books by my bed, but one thing I read every year, and I wanted to get started on it, was this. It's a Christmas Carol, and I love rereading it every year. So during my little time of quiet, I'll have my tea, I light my candle, and I'll either meditate or read. And that's my time to relax and just unwind from the day before I go to bed. What do you do to stay sane and to keep yourself just above water, and to just to stay happy and content in the age that we are in? What do you do? Any other ideas that I can incorporate, or tips or tricks for relaxation? Put them in the comments below. But that's what I'm off to do now. Have my half hour where I can just really chill out before bedtime.